you are definitely on the top of the list to be taken out. And if you want to read, keep your hands up, young men. I want to see how strong you are. So your hands are up for a reason, because one of the things that we're missing, if I can have the women now step off the line. If I can have the women now step off the line. Because I want to talk to the men. Now you can put your hands down because the women have moved. Let me tell you something. You are here today on your bikes. They're lovely. I'm loving it. But how many of you are riding your bikes at night into these communities and talking to these young brothers who are going where you've been? Because many of you, some of you, I'm looking out in the crowd. I knew you back in the day. Before you got it together, somebody tried to help you get it together. So you owe these young brothers and sisters that are out here. And one of the things that we always have is always the women who are outnumbering the men. I'm glad to see today that the men are outnumbering the women. But on a normal basis, it's the women. My daughter, for the first time, saw the hands of violence at a peace basketball tournament over in Roosevelt. I took her with me. I usually don't take her with me because you never know what's going to go on. But for the first time, we are standing there. We see kids. They finish the game. They walk out. And she looked and almost passed out. A young man had his face buck 50 right in front of her. 22 years old with her MBA. And she was like, Mom, I never understood why you do what you do. But she said, when I saw you start taking off your jewelry and start running, and I saw the men stand back and do nothing, and you went to run to break up men, I wanted to know who was the skirts and who were the men. So, brothers, I'm telling you that while we produce the children with you, the one thing that a black woman and a Hispanic woman do not know how to do, we do not know how to be a man. We can tell you, yeah, we're the mother and the father. We need to stop saying that, sisters, because we are not the mother and the father. We may end up being the mother and the provider, but we are not the mother and the father. We need you when the men step down and don't want to step up. So as you stand here today, the challenge for you as men is to step up with us and help us raise these boys into men, because these boys are committing crimes, going to the industrial complex hall of prison, and it's all right with the system. It's all right if they come in, because they're going to make money. They ain't cutting no police departments. They're not cutting Nassau County Jail. They're not cutting Rikers Island, because guess what? As long as black men can populate it, they will make money off of you. And we need to make sure that these brothers are going to college. When you go on the college campus, I always tell young men now, you need to go to college if you love ladies. Because, boy, they fine on them campuses at college. So that's how I try to get them there. But in the work world, them women are good. They looking good up at the top. So if you want to see women, you better get a job. I'm asking you, brothers, standing here, your beautiful bikes, and I noticed that a couple of you spoke and you said the brotherhood, but I see sisters on the bikes. So don't forget you got the brotherhood and the sisterhood. But the sisters are going to step up one day and take over your clubs if you don't watch out, because we always trying to take over something. I'll tell you that. We taking over basketball, football, look, the motorcycle clubs are next. The first speaker we heard was a female from the club. So you need to think about that. But the one thing I'm going to stress to the men that are standing here is that we know not what it is to walk as a man. We can talk all we want, but we know not what it is. We can't tell men how to be men. We can tell our men what we don't want them to do. But I know when I was stumbling with my son, when he decided to get arrested, I had to implore some men to get into him because I didn't know what I was missing. So therefore, I need you to really step up. Just don't come here today because you owe somebody something. I need you to really step up, and everyone to step up and understand that guns are kept in the home. Knives are kept in the home. Attitudes are kept in the home. And while they may not fund the programs, they may not give us anything, I don't get anything for what I do. But if someone calls me and says they need me to be there for their child or come and talk to their child, then I do what I need to do. And I'm asking you to really step up, funding or not. Because guess what? The board, I have all the boards you see back there are now full. Now I have to add another board. I shouldn't have to say that. But lo and behold, we're having this rally today. Usually when we have a rally, we lose a life. And I hope that doesn't happen today because this makes a difference. I thank you for listening. Make sure you take a tour and never forget the names and look at the information because there's a poster that you men should look at. Thank you.